Right, here we are back at the NEPIC golf day on the first hole of the hunting course. New group on the tee, and let's go straight away into the action and see what's happening here. Nice looking starting position, aiming a little bit right of centre. Very interesting to watch the path of the club there, tracking a little bit on the outside path. Very steep looking, sort of Furyk-esque sort of elevated arm position here. So I would have really liked to have seen the face-on view here, but what I think we need to do here is certainly get that club coming more on the inside so it matches the turn of the body a little bit better. So looking really quite steep here. Let's have a look. Oh yes, there's a big move onto the outside there. So club really works across, hard and across the ball. So it's more of a pull shot. I don't know whether you tend to slice it or not, but it looks like you're setting up to pull the club across. We can see the club head here, you know, located just outside the path of the ball. It's got to cut across from there. Just losing your balance a little bit as you come across yourself. So most definitely, for me, the approach required here needs you to get the club working more in, round and behind your body. Hope you can make some sense of that, and I think it'll make a big difference. So good luck. Next player on the tee, just preparing in the rain. You could almost see just by the way you're approaching there, very squatted, very deep looking position here through the pelvis. Just makes you look a little bit off balance to start with. I'd like to see those knees straighten up, so you would look a little bit more that way through the length of your body. Let's see what's going on. Apart from that, it's fine. It means that, I suppose it means the hands are sitting a little bit low in here as well, doesn't it? You know, because you sat back on it a little bit more. Didn't see much of that. Let's slow that down. Yeah, so now you can see the player standing up, you know, because you're so low there at address, really standing up quite tall. Obviously I don't know your history there, but I would be inclined to try and start with that address position. Really make sure you get some of that squat out of the knees, so you don't have to stand up on the shot quite so much. Another way I can do that, put a marker on the bobble of your hat, you can actually see how just let that run. You're dealing with trying to retain the level of your body, so a big lift in the backswing. You see you're just not very successful at getting it back down again. So the answer lies in that starting position. Got to get that setup improved by taking a lot of the flexion out, making sure you're not back on those heels as much, and from there you'd have a better framework to start working at that. Good luck with it. Hope that helps you. So again, this is probably a good contrast that much different look through the spine and the knee flexion, much less flexion here, so the angles look as if they create room for the player. Much better, much more sort of dynamic starting position from here. Looks good. Let's see what's going on. Here we go. Yes. overactive here in the first few feet of the backswing. What's happening is the wrists are rotating the club too much on the inside, so the club looks quite flat at that point. Looks like here, I'm just looking at the positions, that looks like it wants to start a little bit to the right, but pretty good. I think the consequence there was we've got maybe a bit of a heel strike because the club's attacking a little bit on the inside there. I would be recommending you try to work on that backswing to try and reduce the over rotation on the wrist there, get the club head tracking a little bit more up the path here, a bit more that way than kind of around and behind you. Hope that helps. Hope that strikes a chord with you. And last play from this match. Down the middle of the fairway, we hope. Got the club a little bit on the steep side here. If you can just see that, there's the angle the club head's attacking the ball at. Why is that? Well, swing length is a little on the short side, and if you get it too tight, too short, player struggles to create room for themselves on the way down. So we get this slightly steep looking angle of attack. Nice action though. I'd be encouraging definitely a bit more rotation through your body. Try to create a little bit more length to the backswing so you create a little bit more room on the downswing. Looks good. Hope you had a good day.